Welcome back to News Geelong. Bushfires have always been a summer hazard on the surf coast that many people work earnestly at trying to prevent or at the least protect their valuable property. One newer approach has been to landscape your garden in such a manner to maximise the prevention element. Ian Nichols has more.
Well, here we are on the surf coast again on the spacious deck, if you like to call it, of the Grand Pavilion, which gives us a lovely view of where the new secondary college is now under construction on the Surf Coast Highway. But more importantly, you can see gum trees and landscaping going on. New houses are coming into this area, and that's why the Shire has put out this booklet, Landscaping for Bushfires. It's a great publication, and we're talking with the Mayor of the Surf Coast Shire, Councillor Libby Coco. A special occasion here at the Grand Pavilion which shows us a beautiful view of North Torquay, a fast developing area of the Surf Coast Shire.
Yes, and as we fastly develop, we also need to consider the threat of fire. We are actually one of the most fire-prone regions in the state, and we have just developed a booklet, Landscaping Your Surf Coast Garden for Bushfire.
It looks like a beautiful publication. Let's have a close look at that, because this is available free to all ratepayers who are interested in protecting their homes over the summer months.
That's correct. We've put this booklet out to actually assist people to know what to plant in their gardens that is not combustible or low flammable. And we want people to consider this rather than put things near their house that are actually going to encourage the burn, but to put things into their natives generally that will decrease the when the bushfire comes through, that may possibly make a difference to saving a house.
Well, we know over the years there's been some terrible fires in this Shire. Eucalypts are probably the main problem, so you would be recommending that people change their ideas about perhaps the way they do landscape their gardens.
Yes, absolutely, and we are actually encouraging nurseries to stock certain plants. We're going to be putting this booklet in at nurseries, in at our community houses. It'll be on our website at the Surf Coast Shire, so people can get that information, and we will be working with the community, having a number of engagement sessions with them where we use the booklet to actually help people to identify the plants that are going to help them stay safe.
Well, it's not all that long ago, of course, we spoke with the then Mayor, Brian McKittrick, about the plans to work more closely with the CFA over the summer period to make houses and properties more fire safe. And this is just the next step in your campaign, really.
Yes, look, we do have a weeds to mulch program, which is all about reducing the fuel load in our townships and around our townships, and we're working with community groups to do that, and we've actually budgeted to really bolster that program because we are in the lead time up until Christmas, and I would like to take the opportunity to ask people, property owners, to make sure that to reduce your fuel load on your property by end of November, start of December, which is not far away.
At the Surf Coast Shire, talking about landscaping for bushfires, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian, and we hope that this item will give you some ideas to assist the bushfire threat this summer. The opening of the new Villawood estate at Armstrongs Creek was another exciting day in the continued development of this area. Villawood Management Representative Rory Costello was excited with the happenings of last Saturday, as Ian Nichols reports.
Well, today News Geelong is out at Armstrong, a new community that will see thousands of people living here in the future. Today is Land Release Day, and people are swarming through this incredible setup here. It's the old hangar of the Geelong Airport, and we're speaking with the Executive Director of Villawood Homes, Rory Costello.
If you put in the full total odds of just put everything in it, as far as community centres and pools, gyms, and it got all the other normal facilities you expect anyway, with walking trails and wetlands, etc. It just all adds up to being a really good community, which is then bought by mums and dads rather than being bought by investors. Actually, it's mums and dads who buy here, and they look after their streets and their front yards much better. And the person who owns a shop runs a shop type situation. So we just find that if it is the majority of buyers here will be mums and dads, and that just adds to the capital growth in the future.
Well, you're just a hop, step and a jump really from Geelong here, and you're beautifully positioned to get down to the coast as well.
It's just a fantastic spot here because Geelong Well, Armstrong itself, we are 11 minutes from the Torquay Surf Club car park, 8 or 9 minutes from Eastern Beach, 5 minutes to the Bowen River. So Geelong really is a city of three waters, with the bay, the ocean and the rivers all together.
Some of the things you've got planned for here, it's quite mind-boggling.
What is Armstrong is the complete community, because across the road is a whole town centre which will have everything from police stations, fire brigades, libraries, office buildings, supermarkets, all shopping, retail, etc. So it's a complete across the road. To our west and adjacent also is an employment district for other type of employment and some education, with their schools on site and schools nearby as well. It's just everything's basically within walking distance. It is everything opens and shut in a new community.
And ultimately, when it's all complete, what sort of numbers are we going to be housing here? I think you might have dropped a figure earlier.
Our particular project have about 7,000 people all up, and there's in the vicinity of 65,000 of the entire Armstrong community, which will be a 30-40 year project. But in the next 10 years, we want to deliver the best community for 7,000 people.
Well, it's going to be interesting. This corridor between Geelong and the Surf Coast is going to get mighty busy, so I suppose all the other infrastructure has got to get into place as well.
Yeah, I think people comprehend how big Armstrong Creek really is going to be. It's about half the size of Ballarat, or twice the size of Warrnambool, and the infrastructure is coming already. The sewage is all being built. If you drive down some of the roads, you'll see the excavators laying the water mains, laying the sewer mains, and we'll build a lot of our own infrastructure as well. But the water board is obviously Bowen Water's been bringing the services to our doorstep, so everything will be ready to go for our new community.
Well, the nitty-gritty of it all, Rory, first in, best dressed, they say. What sort of house and land package are we looking at right at this moment?
We're selling house. We actually just sell land itself. So our idea is people buy the land in the best position. They buy the block they want, the size block they want, in the position they want to live in, and then they go to all the builders and look at all the display villages and do all their homework, and then pick a house that fits on that block. And our block sizes are designed so it would fit any builder's range. So our buyers can quite comfortably buy a block of land and then spend the next 6 months deciding on the exact house, knowing that the house will fit on their 12.5 metre wide block, or their 14 metre wide block, or their 16 metre wide block.
At the launch of Stage 1 of Armstrong Mount Dunedin, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. This is News Geelong this Friday evening, as we go to a break and return with our comprehensive sports roundup with Mitch Scoop Cleary and the Geelong and Surf Coast weather after this.